in terms of since you're independent, a large portion of the promotion is going to be on like your shoulders. Specifically, just talking about online. We'll talk about offline in a sec. But what ways do you promote your music online?
So basically, usually what I do is if I got a new song out every day around 12 a.m., I kind of post it on my story just to let people know it's out, because some people aren't always on social media, and so I posted on all of my social medias around the same time every day, because I found out that at certain times of the day people are on. And so
Mm-hmm.
once I found that out, I started utilizing it. This DJ that I had got beats from one time, he used to send me like little tips about how everything works as far as that goes. And he was like, 12 to 1 o'clock is like Facebook, Instagram, or
Mm-hmm.
it's Facebook. And then 12 is Instagram, where people just be on there the most. And so I was like, I'm gonna try that out. And I tried it one day, and it actually boosted my views and likes at it. And I was like, okay, maybe he is right. So I do that. I sometimes I do freestyle videos of me rapping over the beat of the song I might want to put out next, or see
Mm-hmm.
how people react to it. If that shows me if I need to put it out, if I need to do a video for it. That's another way I do the videos. Promote the video to the fullest, and make sure I put the CD that is coming out on at the end, my social medias and all that. I just keep everything in their face basically. So
Okay.
when it finally drops, or when they looking for something new, it's already in their face, and they don't have to come ask me like, hey, when you gonna drop something new, or when I heard the new song you put out, you got anything else? So I try to
Mm-hmm.
keep everything in their face. I have them subscribe to my YouTube. I wish you could subscribe to my Apple Music and my iTunes, but that's not something that they offer on there. So I tend to send people my links. If they ask me that, I just send them my link. Here, you got all my music, my albums, my singles, everything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just try to keep it in their face at all times online. And as far as that go, it works for me perfectly. So I get people, all the new people. I just got a couple of new followers as I posted the picture with me and Dave East. So I know people are watching. They just waiting on me. They be waiting on me. And sometimes I get out of tune, because like I'm going to school now for the be in the medical field. And so I've been kind of out of tune with it, because I've been trying to focus on that, because that's my plan B. That's my side hustle. If the rap don't work, I'm gonna go into that fully and not even worry about music no more until I feel like I want to come back to it. And that's just what I've been doing, just staying out the way. And yeah, just trying to keep something in motion, man. Keep a plan B and a plan C, because at the end of the day, music is not a career. It's just it's a stepping stone for trying to get ahead in life with whatever you're trying to do. Because a lot of cats, they seem like they making a lot of money in there, but a lot of that money is going, like I said, towards they promoters, they studio time and videos, because they not fully independent. They have to depend on the label. And
Mm-hmm.
even when the label pays for the studio time, at the end of the year, the money that they give you, you have to pay back in taxes. See, a lot of people don't know that either. So they go and they take their money and splurge on jewelry with the 100,000 that the label gave them. But at the end of the year, you're gonna have to pay that 100,000 back in taxes. So if you don't have that, then you end up in a worse position than before you started with the label. So you just gotta play it smart. You gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
Right, right. Brought up a good point about the taxes, and yeah, because you know what? I don't know if you know this. I'm kind of curious. Like, are rappers hit with self employment tax? You might not know that, but they are.
So
Okay.
what they do is this is what they do. The ones who are paying their taxes, this is what they do. The clothes, the jewelry, the cars, the houses, all that stuff they buy, they claim it on their taxes.
So they're writing it off. Okay.
Yeah, they write it all off on their taxes, and that's how they get. If I don't know if they get money back like us middle class people do, or if they just pay
Probably
that
not.
off.
Because
Yeah, yeah, and that's
it's
what
kind of
yeah,
a 30 cents on the dollar kind of thing. Because like
yeah,
and I like everyone consult with a tax advisor. This for entertainment purposes only. Or y'all could actually check out the interview I did with Kamari Ellis where we talked about taxes. But there's two scenarios. I mean, there's the most cases a 30 cents on the dollar kind of scenario. So like you spend $10 on something, but it's going to help you with the business, then you can claim you get a $3 deduction off of that. And then
yeah.
there's other ones where it's 100% deduction if that expense is necessary for your business. Like, hey, if you
Mhm.
don't have this, you can't conduct business. Then you can claim that 100%. But those are more the exception to the rule. Most of the time, it's for every dollar you're spending, you're going to get 30 cents back.
See, in that second one though, that's probably the one that they using because they act like they need clothes to perform, cars to make it to the shows, and the jury is probably like the least thing that they gonna get 100% on. That's probably the 10 cent the 10 cent one you talking about, or the 30 cent or whatever you said, and
Mm-hmm.
that's probably how they doing that though. I know for sure they claim all that stuff on their taxes, and that's how they stay away from getting like being like Wesley Snipes, where you get far in behind on your taxes, and
Or Lauren
now they
Hill.
coming to look, yeah, they coming to look for you and take everything you own and stuff like that. People don't be well. I can't say people don't be responsible because a lot of these cats pay people to do their taxes for them because they don't
And
know how
they
to
don't
do it on their own. Yeah,
understand how taxes work. That's why a lot of these cats end up getting robbed. I'm just
yeah,
gonna.
exactly.
You don't have to be a you don't have to be official tax advisor, but at least know a little something about it. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we could transition into what ways do you promote like offline? We covered online, but like what about your offline methods?
So offline, what I do is like I was talking about earlier. When I go to my shows, when I do my shows, I always bring business cards with me, and I'm hands on with it. Like after I get off the stage, before I get on the stage, I pass out my cards and tell them, hey, I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, whatever you listen to your music on. I'm on
Mm-hmm.
there. I hand them it. I show them that this the name. Like it has my name right in the middle of the card, so I say
Mm-hmm.
just type this in and you're gonna pull me up on whatever social media, whatever you got. And that's been my biggest thing because I used to do CDs, but we in the day and age now where everybody's car has Bluetooth or aux cord, so
Yeah.
nobody's listening to CDs no more. And before I even realized that transitioning was going on, I would try to hand somebody a CD and they'd be like, I ain't got no CD player. And I'm thinking like everybody got a CD player in the car. I'm like, I don't believe that. I'm not hearing that. Like I wasn't believing it at first. And so after a while, I started riding in people's cars that had like newer cars. And I was like, dang, maybe they wasn't lying. Maybe
And
they
you
don't
took
got
too
a
many
CD
Ubers and saw that it wasn't part of the equation.
player. Yeah, man. So I had this cat out here that I used to kick it with out here in Kentucky, and he was like, "Man, you need to get you some business cards with all your social media on it and stuff, and the stuff that you got your music on." And I was like, you know what? I never thought about doing it like that. And so what I did was I tested it out. I went to the Loud Fest. I don't know if you know about it. They do it every year in Houston, though. It's like a little
Yeah, I know
festival.
about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's dope, man. You should go. You should go to that one time and kind of you can find people out there to interview. They let people come out there and do interviews and stuff. And so I went out there and when I was doing my interviews, people was like, you got an email. I give them my email or whatever, but they was like, where can we find you at? Boy, I pull out a handful of the cards and I'm just passing them out, right? And all
Mm-hmm.
people kept saying was, you were the only artist that came with a business card with all your stuff on there. And that's when I realized, okay, that's another way of being different and being outside of the box because
Mm-hmm.
nobody's thinking of doing that. Nobody's thinking of that. They just bring like t-shirts. Uh, I don't even know how they bring in their music. Some of them don't even bring music. Like, and that's
Oh
the
God.
thing. Like, yeah, they not bringing CDs no more because they know nobody has CD players. But I don't be really feeling like going through each person's phone and being like, hey, this me right here, this me right here, this me right here. So
Mhm.
instead, I'm gonna hand you this card, and if you really interested, even if you forget about it while we there, when you get home and you empty out your pockets and you see that card, you're gonna be like, oh, this old dude from the show. I could let me see what he's talking about. Let me check him out real quick. Or even if you don't do it that day, you gonna do it because that card is always gonna be in your possession and you gonna know. Now, if you lose it, that's the one thing. But I can't fault you for that if you lose it. But
Right.
if you lose it, I remember people real vividly. Like I don't forget names and stuff like that. So I might even, tag you in my new video or something just to see if you checked me out yet, and that might string something, but that's more online anyway. But it's yeah, like I keep them business cards on deck. Like I don't care who I'm going to meet up with, who it is, and or what type of level they on. You're gonna get one of my business cards for sure.
Do you have a scan code on your business cards?
Nah, it's just one of them regular business cards. I haven't stepped. I know which ones you're talking about. I haven't stepped into those yet. I plan on doing that sometime this year. They call what they call, man. I was just showing my auntie the cards and can't even remember what they call. But they got it
Um,
to where you scan it. Go ahead.
no, I don't
You
think
know what
there's
they
a
call?
particular name for it. It's
Uh-huh.
basically like you can arrange for the scan code to be fitted with whatever website you want. Then you
Uh-huh.
download it, and then you just take that image and give it to whoever's going to design the card, or
Uh-huh.
you can do it yourself on VistaPrint, and then that code is on the card, and then the person takes their phone and just scans it, and then boom, it
Scan.
takes them to wherever you want them to go.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
yeah, I started doing that 2 years ago, and because someone told me about it back when I was in my Uber days, not with Uber Eats, but like rideshare. So this guy in the back of my car, I was kind of selling them on, and he asked about it. So I'm not forced him to sell, but he has asked like, "What else do you do?" So I was telling him on like what I was doing. I gave him a business card. He said, "Oh, this is a nice card." One thing you might want to think about doing is like adding a QR code to it. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't thought about that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. So I did
Yeah.
it. But yeah, it gets a lot of good results because a lot of people they'll scan that card actually right away when they get in their car or something. So even if they lose the card, it's
They
on the
still
tab on
got
their
that
phone
site.
at that point. So yeah,
Yeah. 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 That's something I'm gonna look into then. Since you said it ain't gotta be it ain't no particular brand for it. I know my cousin, he had some where it had his music on there, and it was like, I guess it was like what you talking about, the QR code. You scan it in, it took them straight to wherever his music was at, and he had his whole mixtape on there. He was selling the card though for $10. Like he would sell the whole card for $10, and I was like, that's a hustle. I was like, that's what made me really think about it. He'd be like, huh, this card is yours. You keep it. You scan that, and you're gonna get all my music. And I was like, we was in New York at that time, and he'll just stop
hmm.
somebody and be like, hey, bro, check out that new mixtape. And they be like, I ain't got no CD player, just like I was talking about, right? And
Yeah.
so he'd be like, nah, it's on this card right here. You just get, I'm only charging 10 for it. You just scan this and boom, you got it, and they was all for it. Like he had a nice little sales pitch with it. So I was like, yeah, that's another thing, having a sales pitch when you trying to sell it. I really don't be trying to sell it though. I'd rather give it out for free because I
Right.
know
Then you could
people
link
not.
to like you could have like a link tree and like go to websites, go to YouTube, go to Spotify, like where whatever way they choose to consume the music or buy it, all of it is right there for them to pick.
Yeah. So yeah, I try to do everything free on the off the line promotion because I know if a person ain't heard me rap before, then they not gonna be too quick to buy my music. I learned
Mhm.
that over the years. They want to hear something first before they be like, oh yeah, man. But it's some genuine people out there that'll be
Mhm.
like, hey, I got five for you, man. I know you did a lot trying to get this done. So they might hand you $5, $10, 15. Anything's a profit to me because and I ain't picky. If you gonna give me something, yeah. If you gonna give me something, I ain't gonna be like, oh man, I'm worth more than that, this, and that. I'm not gonna, I'm not turning no money down. You could give me $1 for the CD, and I'm gonna take it because everything adds up. You know, you got to look at it like that because, like I said, I'm giving it away for free. So I mean, I'm already feeling like, you know, not necessarily underselling myself, but I just want you to. I really want you to hear this. You need to hear this. Like, it's not something that you used to. Like, I've been trying to stray away from cussing a lot on certain songs. I'm gonna say that on certain songs, and
Yeah, give that
because I want
disclaimer,
everybody to
that
be able to listen
expectation,
to
right?
it. Yeah. I had to throw that in there because I'm a little vulgar, man. I got a sailor's mouth, man. I'm doing good on this podcast, though. I know when to turn it off. So, but in the studio, it's hard to kind of turn it off because I've been rapping like that for so long, and yeah,
Right.
I'm just kind of used to it. It just happens without me trying to do it, you know. So yeah,
Huh.
yeah, that's mainly what I do. Though I got them cards, man. I pass them things out, man, and they go check me out. I respect it. And now that you tell me about the QR code, I'm gonna start doing it like that too.
Right. Yeah, it definitely helps. I can speak from personal experience. I do that with any kind of card now, not just business, but like for the veggie outers or anything. All of them got scan codes to go to some kind of call to action. So yeah. Sup everyone, y'all just watched a clip from one of the episodes of the Side Hustler Society podcast. If you want to check out the full episode, you can click on the link in the description right now or click on the video that's showing in the end screen. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when another episode drops, and a thumbs up on this video is very much appreciated. I'll catch you in the next one.